Also, Nigel Hayes, Ethan Happ. Okay, yeah, we'll do an opening statement, and we'll take, the players will take questions and excuse them after they're finished. Coach, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Obviously, I thought terrific defensively, maybe as well as we've played defensively in terms of what we did in the half court. Other than not securing some rebounds, we did finish possessions like we should to give up 16 offensive rebounds and some of the balls that went out of bounds in extended possessions. But I thought everybody that played contributed positively, really helped us, whether it was a foul situation or just trying to get guys a break off the bench. You know, really did a great job for us tonight. And to be able to come in here and get on the road and perform like this defensively, obviously is a credit to these guys in the left of me and those guys in the locker room. So it's always hard to get wins on the road in this league. Been in it for a long time, and appreciate those when you can get them.
Questions for the players, just raise your hand. We have microphones on both sides of the room. Question back there.
Nigel, what did you think you guys did well specifically against Malcolm Hill tonight?
I think we tried to do a good job of making it tough for him to get open looks. Coaches do a great job scouting the film, and we know the guys' tendencies, where they like to go, type of plays they like to run forward. Malcolm and Coach Gard emphasized right before we need to squeeze, try and contain them. I think we did a good job of that. 4-14. It's always good if a player takes more shots than they have points. You know you did a good job.
On the other side of that, you guys did not, as a team, didn't shoot well against Rutgers, but today got off to a fast start. What was the difference, and also how's the right hand there?
Right hand is fine. Thank you for asking. But the difference is shots were going in. I mean, in Rutgers they were having good shots. We were getting paint touches and kicking it out, and they just weren't going in. And today they were. So, I mean, we just want our guys to keep shooting and keep them confidence.
Paul, and then we'll go back.
Oh, for Nigel, you know, being a guy who's very socially conscious and very outspoken, I just wanted to get your thoughts on all the activism across the country lately.
I didn't see that one coming. It's just the timing, the way you look at the history of the country, the way things go, the way things progress. There's a period build up, things start to get a little hectic, erratic, and then finally people come together, and enough is enough. And then that's when you start to see protests, riots, changes, sit-ins, etc. And after our recent events with the ban, you're going to start to see a lot more, and it's going to keep going. Hopefully, it can be resolved quicker than later, more peacefully than it usually has been in the past. But just make sure that you're on the right side of things. Make sure you're not promoting, continuing, or encouraging the type of whether racism, discrimination that's prevalent in the world right now. And try to do your best to be a good person.
Here in the back.
Nigel, your head coach alluded to the contributions from everybody that played tonight. What did you see from guys like Charlie Thomas, Iverson hitting threes, Maish getting rebounds? I mean, I don't think people expected those guys to make those plays tonight.
I mean, we expected it. Again, Coach Gard probably has a longer leash with players than you see on other teams. He definitely trusts his guys in practice. You're there all the time. He brings over half the team, and there's 4 people on the scout team when he has them subbed in. And that's the things we expect them to do when they're on the scout team, when they're not playing. They're making those types of plays, and I know you're there. You hear me all the time, like, why don't you do this in the game? And I think they're starting to get to that point where they are doing it in the game, and you see that the bench production is good. Obviously, players like the starters, we don't like coming out. I know every time I come out, I'm mad. Coach Gard might put me back in, but we need rest. We can't play 40 minutes every game, or like we've been doing 40.
You try
40 plus. So it's definitely good, and especially foul trouble today. It's a good thing that he's able to put in Khalil, put in Charlie, put in Aaron, and they can give us production.
Players left over here.
Ethan, Saturday obviously you put up a lot of points and really willed your team to the win, but tonight you scored as many points. You're still very effective with the 14 points and 13 rebounds, and you guys are able to extend possessions. How did you feel tonight, just from that aspect, able to continue to extend the possession of those offensive rebounds and your game?
I mean, anytime you have a chance to give your guys another shot at it when they miss a shot, that's what you want to do. And we were giving up too many on our end, so we figured we'd try and pull it out. And as far as production goes, I mean, that's what any good player is going to try and do, is be as productive as he can, not take too many shots, but make the most of his opportunity.
In the middle?
Nigel, they got within 6, and then Showalter hit that big three-pointer. Did that, I don't know if loosen the rope is the right word, but after that, you ran some pretty good offense and built that cushion a little bit more?
Yeah, when they went on the run, they got, there was maybe 3 possessions in a row where we either had a turnover, they hit a shot, and we didn't do something right. And I just told the guys, just be composed, weather the storm. It'll be over soon, it'll die down. And Shelly, senior leader, made a big shot for us. When you can get a shot like that, especially a 3, you know, it kind of deflates them. They feel like they're going on a run, feel like they're going to come back, come down, hit a 3. And then from there, it was just to make sure that we get stops. We did a solid job defensively. Coach said we held them like close to 30, something out of their average. So when we can do that, we don't necessarily need to shoot particularly well. It seems we don't like to shoot well anyway. We just rather play defense. So as long as we keep doing that, we'll be good.
Middle left back here.
That was actually my question there when you guys got down to 6 was, I guess I'll ask Happ this, what'd you guys do to communicate to continue to stay positive and get that lead back from 6 back up to 14?
I mean, I've been blessed having guys to look up to that are so much older than me and have so much more experience than me. And they kind of trickle down the message that no matter what happens, I mean, we're going to weather the storm, like Nigel said. And coming off a game like Rutgers where we were down, we knew that, I mean, water will find its level, and it eventually did. Quote Coach Gard.
Yeah. Anything else for the players? All right, thank you guys. Questions for Coach?
You mentioned earlier in the week about how Illinois' numbers at home were significantly higher than home. Is that something you counted home with your guys throughout the week?
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, we didn't make a big deal of it, but other, just state the obvious, the facts about what the numbers were. And ironically, their defensive numbers were, there was more drastic difference in those from road to home. I mean, better defensively at home than what they were, their numbers showed on the road. And I think that's universal. I went through just looking at our numbers, and it's pretty similar in terms of, you know, we're considerably, not considerably, but better at home on both ends. Points per game given up is less, and what we score is more. So, and probably that's across college basketball. You probably find that pretty consistent.
You alluded to the bench play at the top, but Thomas and Iverson in particular, there are times Thomas doesn't look comfortable in practice, but did he look exceedingly comfortable to you tonight, and you expect Iverson to be pulling from 3, given his skill
Well,
set?
I mean, he's working on it. You know, it's something he works on all the time, and you know, you see practice, Jeff. We let our guys keep working on their areas that they need to develop, and he's continuing to do that. And he's a very, as I've said before, he's a very confidence-driven kid. When something good happens, look out. It's just going to snowball with him. So if he makes a good defensive play, bang, then he hits a 3, or he has something positive happen. And he made some terrific defense. He saved a possession for us when he dove, and saved the ball after we had turned it over and knocked it back loose when we came back the other way in the first half. Or maybe it was in the second half, but he made a lot of good things happen. And Charlie did. I thought he looked more comfortable. Again, you know, just a younger guy that's trying to get some confidence. And I can't give him confidence. I can only provide opportunities, and then what he does with those opportunities is up to him. But I thought he was engaged tonight. He was into it. And I think getting that pass from Nigel and finishing that on a ball screen on a roll gave him more confidence on both ends of the floor, and he did some good things.
Coach, under pressure in the Rutgers game, you went to Happ, it seemed a lot. At the beginning of the game, you went to Happ, started the second half. Do you tend to go to him? I mean, do you save that for the special moments? I mean, or is there an attempt all the time to get
It depends on the matchups of what I've seen on film and what I've scripted in my pocket. I'm like an NFL coach, my little play card. And if there's something I see, I'll go to it, or if there's somebody that has a hot hand, or given what we've, sometimes I've done it with Koenig, sometimes I've done it with Hayes. I think the start of the second half we went to Hayes on trying to isolate him. So it depends. Depends where I think we have a matchup advantage, or if there's somebody I want to kickstart a little bit, I'll go to them intentionally trying to maybe light their fire a little bit offensively.
Was it the fouls, the flow of the game, or anything else that affected your substitution pattern, or did you not substitute more than you normally do?
I would say it was similar. Probably guys played a little bit more just based on their positive production for longer stretches. The fouls, Hayes' fouls impacted that some, which would in a good way. Because he played less minutes. I know he likes to play 40. He was begging to go back in. But I thought our guys did a good job. I mean, Aaron Mace plays 4 minutes and gets 3 offensive rebounds, as Jeff had mentioned. He was active, he was on the glass, he was making good things happen, and I thought they all did. They all contributed in some way very positively.
Right behind it.
Coach, what do you feel like your team was able to do defensively to limit Malcolm Hill tonight?
Well, I think it wasn't a one-person effort, it was a team effort. We did a good job of following our rules, making sure we pushed him to bodies, and we were pretty good in transition on what we gave up. 4 points. I never know if I can trust the score sheets. I have to watch the films on transition points, but I thought we did a good job of getting back in transition. So we squeezed the floor pretty well. We followed our rules. When there was some exchanges, guys did a good job of picking him up and identifying him. And then I thought Khalil off the bench did a good job on him. We had multiple guys on him, but he's a heck of a player. As I told him when he came through the handshake line, it seems like he's been here 100 years. I'm sure they say it about some of our guys too, but watching his development over his career has been, it's not always fun to coach against, but he's really put a lot of time in and made himself into a heck of a player.
Right here in front.
Coach, about a year ago, you made some statements about adversity, the real meaning of the word and everything. A year later, do you think people are finally kind of now starting to get what that word means, or what do you think their reaction has been?
Well, I think people that are around our program, meaning media, fans, they understand what I'm about, what's important to me, what my priorities are, and how important our players are to me. So it was just, you referred to adversity, which, when we were scuffling along at 1-4 and 9-9, during the transition of my interim position last year, I got asked about adversity, and was the team going to be able to respond with this much adversity? And I'd gone through, a few months earlier, losing my dad to cancer, so that put everything in perspective. I knew there was going to be nothing I was going to see as a coach that was going to be more adverse or more trying than what I'd watched him go through for 6 months during his battle. So it simplified and put things in life in the proper categories. Not that they weren't for me, but it gave me perspective, and it made me a better coach because it allowed me to focus on our guys and make it about them. And they rallied around me during that trying time as well. And obviously, it's a special place with special people.
Anything else for Coach? All right, thank you.
Thank you.